You will die knowing these things. Oh no. Everyone always wants everything to be anything to do with like sweatiness. P is for pimping. Hello, I'm guessing you're here for the TikTok, so let's not mess around. I'm Marley, second year med student, and I had a friend of mine send me 3 random TikToks, med school specific ones, by Doc Schmidt to blind react to, like I did with 3 of Dr. Glaucomflecken's TikToks in my last video. I'll put the link up above there. And if you don't know Doc Schmidt, let me introduce you. He's a current GI fellow, huge on the med humor scene. Great stuff, solid wig lineup. I'll put a link to his channel up above here and also at the end of the video, so remember to watch to the end so that you can go binge the rest of his stuff. Okay, let's do this. I am in a goofy mood. Buckle up. This is gonna be good. Okay, first one.
Hey, the overhead said there's a medical emergency near the cockpit. Yes, I'm a flight attendant. Are you a doctor? I'm a medical student. This passenger just passed out. He woke up, but he's still very groggy. Hello, sir. We have a first aid kit, so I checked his blood sugar, and his is only 42. That's low, right? That's definitely low.
Yup.
This could be a glycogen storage disorder. What? Sir, I think you might have von Gerke's disease. Von who? We should check a lactate and a BMP to confirm. I'm not sure we could do that. Then
So this is like classic making fun of the fact that in med school, you know, we learn about the common stuff that goes on with people. Like diabetes is super common, okay? Or like low blood sugar. Yeah, lots of reasons for that are super common. But like we're taught about the zebras, usually like the scarier stuff. You don't want to miss the zebras. That's kind of part of this extra training that we get. We have so many years so that not only do we recognize obviously and know how to treat the common stuff, but we also can pick out and know how to treat the rare stuff. You know, common things are common, but you always want to have like the zebra stuff in the back of your mind just in case. But the problem is that as med students, we're like kind of drilled on the zebras so much in like tests. So instead of, you know, the more common reasons for, in this case, hypoglycemia, this guy goes straight to von Gerke's disease. Which is like this super rare disorder that causes you to have really low blood sugar. And it's like, it's super out there. So it's just making fun of that. And I think that's hilarious. Very accurate. So far, so good. Let's see what else happens.
We can do the genetic testing after that.
Oh my gosh,
definitely
genetic
can't
testing.
do that up here. Why not? How do we treat him? I'm afraid there is no cure. Am I gonna die? Sir, I'm sure this is a lot to hear. Why don't you tell me your understanding of everything going on? I'm using the spikes mnemonic for difficult conversations. This is assessing the patient's perception. Do we need to land the plane? I'm feeling really nauseous. Can I have some juice? Wait a minute. Nausea can be a sign of a neurologic abnormality. A hormone imbalance can be causing a problem with glucose production. Should I get him the juice?
Oh my gosh.
He needs an MRI to assess for a possible brain
tumor.
Juice? I think I'm gonna pass out again. I really think he needs juice. Oh, we need to keep him NPO for possible emergency surgery. Are you trying to kill him? Hey guys, I'm getting really sweaty. It's a pheochromocytoma.
Oh my gosh. Of course, pheochromocytoma. That's what everyone always wants everything to be, anything to do with like sweatiness. For those of you who are unfamiliar with pheochromocytoma, it's like the butt of all like zebra jokes. First of all, it's kind of fun to say pheochromocytoma, sound fancy, but it's like the super rare thing that happens and it causes this specific constellation of symptoms. Not me literally Googling the symptoms of pheochromocytoma right now. I'm gonna fail step 1. You get like high blood pressure, you can get headache, you can get sweating and palpitations. Everyone wants to find one, but it's one of those rare birds. Like you're never going to. We're just very keyed into the rare stuff. And so we see symptoms and we're like, oh, blah, you know, whatever rare thing it most looks like, and they're like, JK, it's diabetes. And you're like, oh. So that's the joke there. And also like NPO, and we need to keep them NPO, I think is what they said in that. Make sure that they don't eat anything, because a lot of times before surgery, you're not supposed to eat anything so that you don't like throw up if you have a nauseous reaction to anesthesia. And if you're watching this and you're like, oh my gosh, she's talking really fast. Oh my gosh, those are like a lot of acronyms. What is von Gerke, whatever. Do not worry, you're not the only one that Googles stuff as you're watching these med humor TikToks and skits and stuff. It's me too, and I'm in med school. So don't feel bad at all. Okay, that was a good one. That one made me laugh pretty hard. Very, very, very accurate. Very, very relatable. Let's watch the second one. Okay, can we just appreciate that face? Those crazy eyes a little bit, the med student. incredibly accurate. That poor resident, oh my gosh, I swear, I always feel so bad when I'm in hospital. I relate to this so much. I feel like I'm constantly in the way. I want to, you know, make a good impression, learn a lot. And so I stick to not just the residents, but also like the physicians like glue. They probably get so annoyed at me, but I just like don't want to miss anything, you know? So I probably look like this person. Oh my gosh. I mean, obviously no one's actually going to the bathroom with, you know, that's just like funny exaggeration. Oh, and those poor residents are just so tired. I mean, we think we're tired as med students. Like, yeah, no, we got nothing on residents. And so we're following them around, right? Poor things. They probably just like want a day off or like a year off. And then there's me like rapid fire questions at them constantly. Like, don't leave them alone. I just have questions. I'm sorry. Like I do. Very relatable. Love it. Let's watch the next one.
Worst experience on rounds? Well, the worst part of rounds is the pimping. That's when the attending
that's
singles
true.
you out and asks you questions in
100%
front of
true.
everyone. I was a third-year medical student in the surgical ICU, which is a pretty scary place even if you do know what's going on, which I didn't. My attending is this huge, intense trauma surgeon. I think ex-military. He has the air about him of having killed people before, legally. It's my first day, I'm just trying to stay out of the way. So immediately he singles me out and says, hey, what are the causes of elevated gap metabolic acidosis? It's actually a classic
mud piles.
Question. It's not that bad. There's a lot of causes. Med students have a mnemonic for this called mud piles.
Mud piles! Okay, that's awesome. First of all, the pimping, this is a horrible word. I just really want, like, who came up with this word? It means something very different in medicine versus not in medicine. Like, we really gotta figure out a different word for that, you know? Like, we could have 9 different names for like a single disease, but we can't figure out another word for physicians asking students pop quiz style questions about medicine while they're, you know, in the hospital. Like, okay, but mud piles, acronyms are everything. Like, there's an acronym for just about anything you can possibly think of in medicine. A lot of times they stick so well. Instantly when he said, and I got metabolic acidosis, I was like, bing, mud piles. Like, it's just this association, hot tubs and Legionella and Pseudomonas. Like, it's just, the associations just get drilled in so much. You will die knowing these things. If this is a real story, and I hope it is, then that's hilarious. The classic trauma surgeon who's like ex-military, scary. So what happens next?
Right now, I'm staring down an ex-Navy SEAL ready to snap me in half, so my mind goes a little bit blank. I start naming some causes, but they're in like random order. I'm like uremia, DKA, lactic acid, and I think of all of them except the P. I can't think of what the P stands for. But by that point, I've listed 7 correct other causes, so I figure I should be good. I pause, cautiously proud of myself. He stares at me, looks me up and down, and says, "What's the P?"
Oh no. That's when I passed out. If this is real, I will die. Dr. Schmidt, if you watch this, I am dying to know if this is a real story of yours. Oh my gosh, that is so funny if it is. And even if it's not, still funny. P is for pimping. Just kidding. It's not. It's the oh shoot, wait, hold on. The P. Propylene glycol? Is that it? Somebody tell me. It's either propylene glycol or is it paracetamol? Or maybe it's both. Or maybe it's for passed out or panic. Also great. All of the above. Man, I was already a fan before, but I think I might have reached top tier super fan after this. These were so relatable, super fun, just like fast, witty. Those were awesome. Keep it up, Doc Schmidt. That wig game is strong. Never quit, please. If you enjoyed this video, please let me know by hitting the like and subscribe buttons down below, and share this with any of your medically inclined friends and family who might need a pick-me-up today. And to binge the rest of Doc Schmidt's stuff, go click on the link here. Thanks so much for watching. Have an awesome rest of your day and catch you next time.